What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update today for 2021, as well as the next two packages, the physical infrastructure package, known as the American Jobs Plan, and the next stimulus package, known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for your service. If you're a veteran or currently enrolled and you served our country, thank you so much. This weekend's for you, and well, enjoy your weekend. So let's jump right in. We got lots to cover. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I keep you up to date on all the different stimulus items, including a fourth stimulus check, the push for monthly recurring stimulus checks, the monthly recurring stimulus checks that are going to be going out on July 15th, called the child tax credits, that crazily enough, most people don't even know about. The IRS is set to start sending them out on July 15th. It's $250 per month for children ages 6 through 17 and $300 per month for children under the age of 6. The majority of Americans don't even know about these, and while they're already passed for at least 1 year in 2021, they want to extend it in the next stimulus package as well till 2025. We also covered the Social Security increases, the big Medicare increases, which were really just announced yesterday in a big letter, we'll go over today. We got lots to cover. Let's jump right in. Don't forget to hit the like button for us, and here we go. Okay, first up, if you're worried about inflation and prices creeping up, well, I got some bad news for you. First is that the post office is going to be raising stamps to 58 cents for a stamp, as also they're going to be raising all mail in general. As you can see here, the U.S. Postal Service on Friday announced plans to raise the price of first-class stamps from 55 to 58 cents. The latest step, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's 10-year plan to make up for billions of dollars in financial losses within the U.S. Postal Service. In addition to the price increase for stamps, postage for other items will also be raised, including letters, postcards, marketing mail, outbound international letters, and more, probably packages as well, as that's really part of the system. The post office said the plan price changes would raise service costs by 6.9%, with first-class mail prices increased by 6.8%. Now, in addition to this, gas prices are going to be extremely high over the weekend and could continue in the near future. Both AAA and Gas Buddy expect the national averages for gas prices to fluctuate around the $3 per gallon price for gas. Now, the White House is kind of pushing back on this, saying, well, it's supposed to be this way. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says that while prices have increased from the lows last year, as demand drastically dipped, prices are just about $3 per gallon, are still well in line of what they've been in recent decades, said White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. You can see these last several years of Memorial Day gasoline prices. You can see that back in 2014, it was actually $3.66 per gallon. Last year, during the shutdown and the pandemic, it was only $1.96. Again, you can kind of see supply and demand in action here. Before that, 2018, 2019, $2.83, $2.97, back when former President Donald Trump was president. So $3.04 is relatively really close there, within, what is that, about 5%. So yeah, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Now, I've seen a lot of comments down in the comment section saying that it's President Biden's fault for gas prices rising and a lot of these other like food prices and some of the shortages we're seeing. Do you think it's President Biden's fault that gas is now above $3 a gallon? Or do you think, based on that graph, it's just kind of normal and we're back to somewhat normal of where we were before the pandemic? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and do you think it will continue to rise? Now, you're going to be hearing a lot in the news or on this channel even about President Biden's $6 trillion budget and what's in it. Well, number one, the next stimulus package and the next physical infrastructure package, the American Jobs Plan and the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, are both included in this budget as if they were passed. So obviously they're both not passed. The physical infrastructure package is around $1.7 trillion. The next stimulus package is around $2 trillion. But if the Republicans don't negotiate on the infrastructure package and the Democrats do it on their own, they could rise that up above $1.7 trillion. So for round numbers, just think $2 trillion for the next stimulus package, $2 trillion for the next infrastructure package, which is $4 trillion of the $6 trillion budget. And again, these are not passed. This is kind of a wish list of everything they want for the next year. Now, Republicans, especially from the Senate, are declaring President Biden's budget proposal, quote, dead on arrival. The proposal exceeds former President Donald Trump's record budget request of $4.8 trillion last year, with several stimulus packages in there. You can see here the fiscal 2022 budget request, the first of Biden's presidency, tallies up the administration's 8-year $2.3 trillion American Jobs Plan and the $1.8 trillion American Families Plan, which is the next stimulus package, and also incorporates $1.5 trillion request for annual operating expenditures, which includes the Pentagon and other federal agencies. Under the plan, the deficit would hit $1.8 trillion in 2022 and would routinely run above $1.3 trillion per year over the next decade, despite nearly $3 trillion in proposed tax increases. The gap between what the government spends and what the government collects in revenue would grow to nearly $1.6 trillion per year by 2031. Now, as we've discussed on this channel, almost every single year until literally decades and decades ago, the government spends more money than they take in. This is before stimulus packages even come into play. Remember, the 5 stimulus packages that President Trump passed and the one passed by President Biden, there were no tax raises for that at all. And the government already spends more than they take in. So I always get the question, who's going to pay for these? And well, the real answer, and most people don't even understand this unless they watch this show, is that nobody's going to pay for these because, again, 6 stimulus packages have already been passed, 5 underneath former President Trump, 2 of which had checks. The other 3 didn't have checks, but they had other stimulus items, 1 underneath Biden, and there were no taxes raised. So if there were no taxes raised and the government already spends more than they take in every single year before the packages even happen, well, then nobody is going to pay for this. It's just going to go on the national deficit. Now, Democratic Representative Pramila Jayapal is quickly becoming one of the most influential Democrats in the House of Representatives. Probably at this point, even more so than House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's been pretty quiet when it comes to the stimulus package and then this next infrastructure package. She's really not saying that much. Pramila Jayapal is now kind of becoming the speaker and the leader of the Democrats from the House of Representatives. She's number one, the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus, which is more than half of the Democrats in the House. And we just found out she sent a new letter to President Biden. What's important here is that more than 155 different Democratic lawmakers are pressing President Biden to increase Medicare coverage in this next stimulus package, which would include hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids for no additional cost to be included in this next stimulus package. And as you can see here, 70% of the House Democratic Caucus has signed this bill. And remember, whatever the Democrats want to put in this next package, this next stimulus package, and the next infrastructure package, is what will end up being in that package. And that will be basically whatever they want, they will put in this package. Now, Pramila Jayapal is also the co-sponsor of the monthly stimulus check bill from the House of Representatives, also with Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib, for a $2,000 one-time stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until 1 year after the pandemic is over. So even if the virus was completely gone tomorrow, under this plan, you would still receive a $1,000 stimulus check for the next 12 months, and it would be every single month. This is kind of similar to the child tax credits that are already passed, which are going to be starting on July 15th. This was kind of the start of monthly stimulus checks. This particular one, the child tax credit, is only for children and people who claim the child as a dependent. It's going to be $300 per month for the rest of the year for children under the age of 6. And for children ages 6 through 17, it will be $250 per month for children ages 6 through 17. And again, this will continue for the next half of the year. The money that's owed for the first half of the year, you will get on your 2021 tax return as a one lump sum. So you're going to get $1,500 to $1,800 on your tax return from 2021 that you will file next year. Here is Democratic Representative Pramila Jayapal.
Representative Jayapal, good to see you. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us tonight. I put that whole question to you. They're not really negotiating. It doesn't look like Republicans are looking for a bipartisan bill. With the relief bill, with the Relief Act, the rescue plan, the same thing happened. There were negotiations that occurred, and still no Republicans voted for it.
Yeah, that's right, Ali. And, you know, this was an embarrassing counteroffer from the Republicans, what they proposed today. It's all smoke and mirrors. Can you imagine if you were bidding on a house and you put in an offer that was 17% of what the asking price was? You would be laughed out of the street. And so I think that this is a situation where the president has wanted to show, and to be frank, probably needed to show for some of the more conservative Democrats in the Senate that he's making an effort with Republicans. But the reality is they're going to drag this out for a long time. They haven't budged. They're not proposing anything so far that is even remotely close to what the president has said he wants to do. And so I think the time has run out. We need to move forward quickly. All of the polling that you showed was very similar to what we saw for the rescue plan, which only got more and more popular as time went on and is extremely popular as people get shots in their arms, money in their pockets, their kids are going back to school. There's, you know, some light coming into their homes. Well, here is another place where the American Jobs and Families Plan, extremely, extremely popular. And we are also pushing to make sure that we have some really important and populist things in there, like expanding Medicare eligibility, extremely popular across Republicans, Democrats, and independents. But none of that moves forward if we don't quickly say to the Republicans, we're done negotiating. You haven't produced anything in good faith. We need to deliver for the American people. They expect us to, and it's urgent.
So here's a question. As they inch toward each other, if, as you say, the president decides this isn't worth it, we're taking out too much valuable stuff from this bill, does he then settle at the last White House proposal, or do we go back to what the original proposal was in the case of the jobs plan, the infrastructure bill? How do they approach it at that point?
No, this was a mistake, actually, that was made during the Obama administration, where they negotiated with Republicans. They came down significantly. And then at the end of the day, no Republicans went along and voted for that either. And, you know, and then I think we saw that that package was far too small to really do what we needed to do to jumpstart the economy. I do think that the president has learned from that lesson, and certainly the people around him have learned from that lesson. He has said multiple times, the problem will not be that we go too big. The problem will be that we go too small. And so I think we go back to the original proposal. And of course, we progressives are calling for an even bigger proposal than what the president proposed. And we combine the Jobs and Families Plan. We do it as one once-in-a-generation investment that gets care to people, that gets infrastructure in all of its forms to people, that fixes our schools, our water system, so much more. And we give hope back to the American people as we create jobs and we allow families to thrive and survive.
So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you're doing for Memorial Day down below in the comments. We're having some friends and family over on Memorial Day Monday. We'll still have all of our regular scheduled videos here, and we got some more special guest appearances that will be with you for this Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. It's completely free to subscribe. After subscribing, click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live every day, which is 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you up to date on all the different stimulus packages and the negotiations, the new packages, as well as the packages that are already passed that will be bringing you new stimulus money in your pocket here soon. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on the Amazon FBA platform. I've had dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.